So how did this all lead into, I mean, tell us the story about how you opened your shop and how that has evolved.
Sure.
And the things that you've changed along the way and learned.
Well, that gas station job that I had, I actually got hurt at. One of the other guys that worked there was horsing around, and I hurt my back and actually couldn't work on cars anymore, and used that opportunity to move to Las Vegas during recovery, kind of figure out, okay, where do we go from here? What am I going to do? And when I got to Las Vegas, there was an ad in the paper for a service writer at the Mercedes-Benz dealership. And I didn't know how, but I knew I could do that job. And I went and applied for it. And after a number of interviews, I was hired to do that. At that time, I thought the guys that work at the dealership was, the best of the best. That was the holy grail of auto repair. Boy, if you could just get a job at a dealer, you've arrived. And what I learned was it's not about the dealership. It's about the people. And most dealerships, I think, forget that. And I don't need to mention names. I think enough people have had dealership experiences where they've been very good and they haven't been very good. And I think when you take the passion that I had into that environment, I felt like I was in the middle of a gunfight every day with a knife. One day, an employee from an independent shop in town was talking to one of my coworkers. There was a gentleman that wanted to sell his business. He was desperate to get out, can't do it anymore, frustrated, and he's taking offers. Well, the guy that got the information, or was presented the deal first, was not interested, didn't want to hear about it. And I said, do you mind if I go talk to the guy? Because, nobody came to me. I overheard it. He says, go for it. Good luck. And I bought that business. And I bought it cheap, like $50,000 for the inventory and the equipment, and I was able to turn it around very quickly, again, because of that passion and that drive to give customer service. We turned around very quickly and made a profit in the first 3 months. And that's what got me started in the ownership side of it. And it was a little bit of a hard road. I was coming from a technician that became a service writer, now that became a business owner. It took me quite a few years to learn how to separate those roles.